you feel like the whole Caribbean should come to the Netherlands and just come take over the country that's actually ours. Is that something you said before? Or am I paraphrasing incorrectly?
Semi-incorrectly. I don't feel like the whole Caribbean. I think people...
just a select few.
The thing is, I didn't want to say Dutch Caribbean. I don't like that term.
I just think that people should feel, because it's rightfully true, that what is here in Europe, and let's speak specifically for the Netherlands, is also yours. Our ancestors built it directly and indirectly as well.
Anyway, well, yeah, because you said this on our panel, but backstory, we were on different panels.
Yeah.
And you said it, and that was the first time I heard it that way. And I was just like, I never thought about it that way. I just feel that way. Like sometimes I remember when I used to work on this boat in Amsterdam in the canal boats, and they was giving the tours, and they was talking about how you could still see like the slave marks on the symbols on certain buildings. And I was like, I feel like my ancestors is the reason this building exists. But I never felt like, I never worded it in that way that like, this is mine. And that was the first time I heard it, and I find it so interesting. But I feel like some people might hear it and think that's a very radical.
Yeah, they probably don't get the deeper essence.
I mean, yeah, what can I say? It's to me, it's quite like, it's quite simple, logical, rational, if we have to use like these European terms. And it doesn't only count for the Caribbean, but I think all ex-colonies that contributed to the wealth that is here have a right to speak and a right to say in the countries that amassed wealth based off of their exploitation.
Essentially, okay, this is really out of the park, but like, let's look at stocks, or let's look at investing in a company and building a company. In essence, all of our ancestors had a stake in that company. This for people who may not understand.
They were the stock.
No, yes, I understand. They were the stock, but with regards to just their, let's say, part to play in the building of that company.
Okay, yeah.
And unfortunately, even in today's day, you could have built a company, you don't get recognized. And it's just going to say that you played a prominent role in the development of this company. Said company is now extremely wealthy. However, you're not compensated with regards to that wealth, but you are also partly owner of that because you contributed to it. An example that could kind of correlate a little bit. It is still different, but it's kind of in the same realm, let's say, if we were to explain it in different terms.
I get what you mean. I guess.
Do y'all agree?
The thing is, I do agree. It just in
I don't
my
want
head.
to claim like bitterballa or.
No, I think feeling ownership doesn't even mean that we have to claim bitterballen or stampot or whatever. Like, I think it has to do that we have to feel that we have a right to speak, that we have a right to dictate the direction of this country, that we have a right to reshape what it means to be Dutch. So talk about the Dutch identity, where often we talk, generally speaking, about the Dutch identity. It does not include the non-white, also Dutch people. We have the right, should use the right to speak, to reclaim that.
100%.
Because in reality, we do live that. You mean, like you go outside right now, we're in The Hague, or is this a secret location?
No. It's online, so it's definitely
we in The Hague or whatever, like you're in Rotterdam, or any other city. Even if you go to Hilversum, you step outside, you go to the, Turkish slager, you go to the Surinamese store, you get some Indonesian food. So our reality in the Netherlands is shaped by also non-Dutch, non-white Dutch people. So non-European,
not the typical
Dutch people.
Yeah.
So we have a right to shape that as well. And I think I think what I'm saying is not that it's not happening, because I think there's a lot of people that are actively doing that.
Yeah.
But I do think that us from the islands, we tend to come here and kind of just, do our own thing. Hide. And then
shape
whenever
ourselves.
we're done, we kind of leave, or we kind of just merge into this society and not, feel like we have a lot to say. And I think it kind of reflects back in a lot of things that you don't see, which we can be building on. And if we just own it and use
This
it.
made me think on the other day that we were in the studio, my aunt messaged me, because on our previous episode, we were talking about how in Europe, if you ask someone, where are you from? They would say Nigerian or Jamaican or St. Martin, Antilleans, but we wouldn't say, like, even if they were born here, you wouldn't say, oh, I'm Dutch, you know? And you have that in the UK, you have that in different parts of Europe. And my aunt, who is Belizean, but her kids were born and raised in America, she was like, I see my kids as American, but their parents are Belizean, but they are not technically Belizean. And I feel like the difference is, and this is so wild, I was thinking about it, the difference here is, this is going to be wild. The whole thought process of like what Hitler was trying to do, like purify a race, I think because what we are is so far from that, that Dutch people only see that specifically as being Dutch, and everything outside of that is like, you're not pure, like you're not of that.
No, this is 100% like, so there's this book, shout out, I refer to books, but it's called Uitverkoren.
Yeah.
It's a book I recently read by Janneke Stegeman and Saskia Pieterse. They wrote a book about the self-image of the Dutch and what it's based on, and how they used Protestantism, I think that if that's a word, to kind of justify their white supremacy. And you can see how they coupled like Dutchness and and I wouldn't say Dutch identity, but Dutchness to being white. To the point that here we still have things like people met een migratieachtergrond, or people that don't have of mensen met een niet-westerse, like we keep making those types of made up separations. And that is not normal. Like we think it's normal because we keep doing it. We kind of accepted it as a norm. But there's a lot of other examples of other countries, other regions, in the Caribbean, for example, where we don't work like that. You can be in a classroom in the Caribbean with 30 people from 15 different countries, but in that moment, we're all from Curaçao. Or we're all Caribbean. You're from Cinema. I have, I think we understand that reality. But just when we come here, they kind of make you kind of put yourself in that box. And I think it's also very important to say what I'm saying is also not a way to erase our own, part of the culture and identity that we're proud of. So I'm not saying claim it here and then don't hold space for your Judy Curaçao or the fact that I'm from St. Martin and my mom is Surinamese. Like, no, I think there should be a space where you can hold multiple identities and then enrich each other in that way. Like, I don't see that as like, because I'm now Dutch, because I live here, I'm no longer Curaçaoan or I'm no longer from St. Martin. That's like, my reality is different.
I think it would take shape just like how we do it. So it's like, I could go down the road and get a roti from Trinidad. Or I could get like bami from Suriname or St. Martin, but that's Caribbean food.
Exactly.
And I think that would just be the Dutch culture. Where it's like I
have family in St. Martin that they're not going to cease to exist when I call myself or become, quote unquote Dutch, or my family in Suriname, et cetera, et cetera. So,
but it's interesting because the video I was talking about, shout out to Kjell actually, because he suggested it.
Shout out Kjell, man.
Yeah, the TED Talk that I was talking about, where the woman was speaking on, don't ask me where I'm from, ask me where I'm local. She didn't say that to phrase from a place of where I'm situated or where I live. She said where she's from is an experience in itself, but it's not put in boxes like we were even talking about earlier, because she says countries are created and they're also destroyed. Some countries have been there and now they cease to exist, and some countries are new. And she says to tie her identity to a country is limiting because she's so multicultural in who she is, and she's experienced so many different identities that have ultimately created her identity.
Yeah.
But creating the whole rigid line between, okay, I am from here specifically, rather than saying I am a local of this and this and this, it creates a different picture. Because if I say I'm Dutch, then a person speaking to me who maybe just has an idea of Dutch people would just think, oh, she's somebody who eats kaas and sniffs tulips. Whereas if I say I'm local to Rotterdam West, they know that's a culture I am kind of in. And if I say I was born on Saba, they understand all those things contribute to me, but it's not like you're set in one place. And I think especially for Caribbean people, that's something that we grasp, but we're unable to fully articulate because we're local to where we come from, but we're also local to so many other places.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I'm local to Saba. I'm born there, but I'm also local to Suriname, to St. Lucia, and now the Netherlands in a way that's different, but it doesn't take away from where I come from. It's just where I come from is not just one place.
No, and that's okay, right? Because there might be people that say, I'm from Curaçao and my whole lineage is from here, et cetera, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But there are complex situations where people are from multiple places
100%.
because they either lived in these different places or they have families in these different places, or maybe the place where they once felt at home doesn't feel like home anymore. They had to find refuge somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, for example, about maybe Venezuelan,
100%.
migration. And I think I learned from a migration expert that they're not officially refugees, and that's important to kind of name because they are not recognized as refugees. Meanwhile, they should be. But anyway, that's a complex conversation that's a complex conversation that I don't know a lot about. So excuse me if I'm using the wrong terms, but we've been used to moving and migrating. The world has always been people migrating.
100%.
Sure.
And it will continue to be so. So tying ourselves to just that's it. That's it.
What?
That's it.
Why are you holding yourself back?
No, because otherwise, I might digress maybe into a different topic. But it's more like this idea of these boundaries that we created of countries. It's okay, ish. There's a lot. It's very problematic. But let's say this is the situation now, and you can stick to the boundaries, but if somebody else kind of transcends a boundary, we should kind of look how you deal with that in a respective way, because there's a lot of disrespectful ways of really not respecting boundaries or
100%.
expanding boundaries or claiming property. I'm being a little vague, but it's you can see it from both sides of the coin, let's say.
Hey, lovely people, just a quick pause before we dive back in.
At Bite the Bullet Podcast, we know how hard it can be to get your work seen when you're building as a creative or as a business. This is why we've opened up ad spots on our platform.
We've built this platform and we would love to share it with you guys. Think of it as placing your flag in the middle of the conversation and waving it to our global audience.
Hit us up to get the ball rolling at info@bitethebulletpod.com.
Our details will be in the description below. Not me with my sandwich.
Well, we get right into it from the beginning. But, so what's going on, guys?
So what?
It's me, Haiti Leone.
And it's your girl, Jojo Renee, and you are tuned into episode 77 of Bite the Bullet Podcast.
That's a beautiful number.
Seven.
Yeah. If you're new here, the Bite the Bullet Podcast is a Caribbean podcast hosted by me and Jody, where we try to have Caribbean or whatever guests talk about unfiltered conversations. I think today would be the epitome of unfiltered conversations. And so we hope you stick around.
And for those who are listening and are not subscribed, I know I just slip it into the episodes and whatnot, and y'all enjoy that. But I'm going to say it from the beginning because it's really important for us. We want to grow. We want you to grow. So help us grow by clicking the like, comment, and subscribe.
Yo, subscribe, man. Subscribe.
Thank you.
She's asking politely. You got subscribe, hit the like button, like do all of that. Comment, share this video.
Yes. Put it in the group chat.
Thank you.
Yeah, stop gatekeeping good shit, man. Stop gatekeeping good shit.
We are good shit. Thank
Facts.
you. And we also have good shit on the couch.
Because we have
Mr.
Juny
Juny
Martina.
That's me.
I feel like you're such a creative rapper, but also just a storyteller.
100%.
Even though I do not understand your music, but that is
We gonna get into that.
perfectly fine, which we're going to get into.
100%.
But a very conscious person. I feel like
Yeah.
you made an impact, or I was going to say a Dutch word, indruk.
That's
the
okay.
English word.
Impact.
Impression?
Impression. You made an impression on us when we first met you at our first panel.
Yep.
And
You've been
I
with
just,
us ever since.
I just love your thoughts.
Yeah.
So welcome. I feel like
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now the people know how we feel about you. But like, if someone was to not meet you, but meet your art and meet what you do, what experience do you feel like they would have?
They would be introduced to dope fly shit.
Talk your shit.
Yeah. I think like dope music, dope like events, good vibes, positivity, with a dash of intellectualism and
Yes.
philosophy.
A big dash. That long dash. Yeah.
I feel like a whole load, to be
High key.
honest. Because like a lot of the themes in your music is what we started the conversation with.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that was the theme of your first album, because I went checked that you had like Luna de Loni.
Luna di Juny.
Juny.
Yeah.
Luna de
Luna
Luni.
de Juny.
Luna de Juny. But you just say Uni or Juny?
Juny.
You just say Juny.
Yeah.
And then you take a little break and then you come back with an album like 5 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
The theme of that album was like, I think it was destruction. I can't pronounce destruction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you was talking about like I would call it the revolution on Curaçao back in the day.
Yeah.
And then your latest album, which is like bridging the gap to how it would be in the future. And all of those topics that we talk about was in it. So I was wondering like what got you involved into like being so passionate about these topics?
Life.
Ooh.
Take us back.
Life. I think as a kid, I was already, I've always been obsessed with, I guess, like systems or like how things work. And the example I always give is how we moved into a new suburban, neighborhood built by the government, Klein Sint-Michiel, Patia City. Shout out Patia City. Love. And I noticed, for example, that there were, we had a lot of plants. My dad had a lot of plants in his garden, in his yard. And, the fire lobby tree?
100%.
Like the flower? Yeah.
Yeah.
And the monarch butterfly, like
the orange one.
went a lot to that flower. And at some point I started noticing like a decline, like that. I saw less butterflies. And I saw that the plant Catuna di Seda, I don't know how it's called in English, but that these butterflies lay their eggs and where they become caterpillars was seen as like a weed. So and since it's like a new neighborhood, it used to be like, Mondi forest, and they kind of kept chopping them off. And like whenever new people arrive and, they work on their garden and stuff, like all those plants are the first plants to go.
Yeah.
So there weren't a lot of spaces where you had these plants that is the birthplace of the monarch flinder. So I was like, okay, I'm going to solve that. And I didn't, but
you
I
tried.
I
Exactly.
tried. And what I used to do is like, I used to take then the leaves of the tree when I found a few and look if they have eggs, and then basically make sure that the eggs become, you keep feeding them with now the eggs are fine, but when they become a caterpillar, you keep feeding them with the leaves, and then they create like, the cocoon, and then they become a butterfly, and then I free the butterflies.
Question. How many leaves did one caterpillar need?
They eat really quickly and a lot, and the bigger they get, the more they eat.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. And I used to do it like in a shoebox, and then at some point you have like a few shoeboxes and you like put holes in it.
So cute.
And like that's one example of me, and this is like, I don't know, I'm 10, 11,
Yeah.
and maybe even older. Like I kind of see that, something like that, and then I feel like I want to solve it.
Yeah.
And then I, try to think of things, but I don't think of it. I think I recently started realizing that this is a reoccurring thing I do in my life on different levels. But back then when I'm doing it, I'm just obsessed and focused on that specific thing. And that's how, for example, I also chose to study environmental sciences. I saw this documentary by Al Gore, which I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it after all these years. And I think if I watch it right now, I would like, it would be horrible because, I have my opinions about like documentaries. But it did what it had to do to a young kid. That's
well, that's not your
12.
real name,
I was 12, 13. It kind of influenced me and made me realize, this is linked to the other problem I identified, which was me driving to because this was in high school.
Yeah.
The story is like...
It's okay, we follow it.
This was in high school. And in middle school, I used to drive every day next to the refinery and like get nauseous. And I was like, this can't be good, this can't be good. But yeah, you're like 9, 8, whatever. And
you 9, 8 driving?
No, not driving. I wasn't driving.
Oh,
I'm in a car. I'm in a car.
He's a passenger.
I follow.
Passenger prince. Yeah. But then fast forward, when I saw the documentary, that was like 04, 05, and maybe 06. But I was in the second grade in high school.
Yeah.
And we saw the documentary, and that kind of made me link it to the refinery and everything. Then I was like, oh shit, the world is in danger. We need to do something about the environment.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I was focused on, I want to study something related to either climate and I wasn't sure what it was going to be until I kind of chose my study a few years later and then finished it. And so far I'm still obsessed with, environmental topics, but I think my, worldview and vision on life kind of became a little bit more, all encompassing, and not just focused on just one specific discipline.
Yeah.
So I don't see the environment like very different from culture or how we, do business or,
it reflects each other.
Yeah, kind of everything needs to be interconnected. Everything is interconnected in real life, not just in stuff that we organize life with. We kind of put things in boxes.
And so your art, which is your music.
Yeah.
What kind of rapper would you consider yourself? Because when I listen to you, I feel like it's like your soul, but it's like conscious, and it's like all in one. But I don't think you put yourself in a box, knowing you. So.
It's hard because I think people kind of associate me indeed with like a conscious rapper, right? But I think the majority of my songs are not necessarily conscious. It's just me talking shit.
It's kind of like knocking the consciousness out of people.
Yeah,
but in a way that's like.
Yeah, but also sometimes I'm just having fun. Like I just wrote a song like recently with Josh. Shout out to Josh. The song is not really about anything. We're just vibing. However, because of the person I am, I can't help but throw like a few, semi-conscious bars. And I think like you mentioned, for example, Luna di Juny, and then between Luna di Juny and Destruction, there was one EP, Impression, which was a very introspective, emotional, like mental album that I don't like to go back because those were very dark times. But that wasn't necessarily
conscious.
Conscious.
It was just,
it was maybe indeed like, stimulating people to think about their own consciousness because I'm questioning, my life and stuff like that, So in that sense, and I think I was talking to somebody yesterday about this, and there's like, I think a lot of categories of people that listen to my songs, but one of the categories, like people that kind of associate me with, like, I don't know, Eminem or something, like,
you know that why that could probably be the case. Like, I just speaking from a listener who doesn't understand the lyrics but understands the feelings I get.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, with Amapiano, I don't understand anything I'm listening to, but I've cried for a couple of songs. They could have been talking about cows. I don't know. With your music, I feel
cows
like
is sad move.
yeah. With your music, I feel like I could lift up a car. I don't know, like I feel empowered in a way that's different.
Yeah.
But I think the nuggets that I catch on to is probably the conscious part. And like you have skits sometimes, or maybe just people talking.
And I mean, I wouldn't. A lot of it is conscious.
Yeah.
In the sense that that's, I think, my thing. In like, I am somebody that even if you talk to me and I'm comfortable, I tend to start talking about, the meaning of life. And it's all different, encompassing, like it's so in that sense, that is consciousness. Like, what the fuck is this shit? I don't know what this is. And anybody that claims they understand what life is, then please prove it, but that you can't.
We don't even understand what consciousness is.
But I was so obsessed with the moon. I was so obsessed with them going to the moon. I was just like, what the you mean on Earth? Like, what the like, that was in my head.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Sorry.
Well, I tend to talk a lot about those things in real life as well. So I think you can hear it back in my music 100%.
As well.
I get that.
But do you feel like, okay, so going just back to like environmental scientists and growing within your music, what did that look like for you? Because was it a thing of like kind of the chicken and the egg? Did you have it where you always felt like you had a calling to not yell at people, but like suck it to them in terms of like your consciousness within your music?
I never really thought that I would be like, in my head, I talk to a lot of people. So if I say I was talking to somebody the other day about this.
Problem. Big up all somebody.
Same. I do that a lot.
It's legit a conversation I had 2 days ago. But with some friends, and I was telling them, like, in my head, I always thought like I was a chill guy. Like, I thought I was a calm guy. And to a certain extent, I am. But when I really think back, I can be a lot. Like, I think I'm the person that gets drained by social interactions a lot. Yes, but I think I'm definitely also the person that makes other people go home and think like, what the f-? Like, that was an interesting conversation, but like, I need to like watch Pop the Balloon or some shit like to like.
Really? I think it depends on the people though.
It does.
No, I think I could sit and listen and have these conversations all day.
Like the conversation we was having over there, we could literally just sit down. But some people, which is not bad. Like everybody kind of has interest in
and
different things.
That's fine because I get drained by other people too. So it's. But I think it was like more like on a conscious level that you're like, or a reflective, like you reflect and think back. And it's like, I always thought that I was like a chill, nonchalant guy. I'm not that, like, and I had to like readjust and like think and like, that's why she didn't text me back or something. I might have been a lot on the first day, talking about, consciousness.
But I feel like it goes.
Do you feel you're alive?
That's amazing.
That's so funny because I was having a conversation with my colleague the other day who got him back into dating.
Yeah.
After
some time.
So and she was like, sometimes she think her responses are just too much. But I'm like, if you tell them why you just get divorced, I don't think that's a lot. Like that's to me that's basic level shit.
You gotta find you somebody, and I did gladly find you somebody that is also a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you kind of like
you just a lot together.
You a lot each other, and then at some point you're both like, we need to watch Pop the Balloon.
Yeah.
And then we watch Pop the Balloon, and then it's like it's all vibe, and that's like the only moment in the house that we're not talking anything like philosophical or deep, because then we're like talking about why does everybody believe in God? And Pop the Balloon. So it kind of still gets.
Oh, you mean?
Wait, never mind. We still kind of talk about it, but you get the point.
Yeah. No, but it kind of also goes back to the boxes that you say you put in, because you said you always thought you was chill and nonchalant. You are also kind of chill and nonchalant in some areas. Because when I watch you, Juny, especially sometimes when I see you because we've been at similar events, you just chill and nonchalant. Like they would say things, you're like,
that is true.
Yeah, but then you get a mic. And it's pop. So it's like...
I think that's when you come to life.
I tend to keep to myself a lot though. So then I think that's where I confuse myself as well.
Yeah.
That I think like I'm a chill, nonchalant guy, because I keep to myself. And then something excites me or I get like an idea or something and then you can't stop me. So then, So to answer the question... I did not know that I was going to become the person I am today because I thought I was chill and nonchalant.
Exactly.
Okay.
But looking back, I don't think I ever was chill and nonchalant. I mean, yes, sometimes, but there were also a lot of times that I'm like, no, I was definitely not chill and nonchalant.
No.
I was
and I don't
skipping
think
classes, like being outside, talking to people the whole time. Like it was not always like,
That is chill though.
No, but I think...
I feel I'm chill, yeah.
No, but to skip class, you have to have a level of, I don't give a...
Like nonchalant.
Oh, that I have.
Yeah.
I have a very... Okay, we're cracking some codes today.
Because the difference between nonchalance and...
We're cracking some codes today. Okay. I think I have a very, very high level of... I wouldn't say I don't give a fuck, but more like...
That doesn't...
Does this really matter?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this really that important?
Yeah.
I have other shit in my mind, like I'm trying to chill. I question stuff a lot. So yeah.
I think I would say that's funny because that's a realization I had like within the past year. Because people used to tell me I nonchalant a lot. And in my head I'm like, but I care a lot. So it's not that I nonchalant. It's just I think my level of IDGAF is high. What you just say.
Yeah.
Wait, am I allowed to curse?
Yes.
Yeah, but you just have limited credits. But you good. Are the credits limited?
I think he blew through them the first
Nah, you good. We'll bleep it.
If it comes out naturally, that's fine. But if I'm conscious of it, like just now, I don't do it. And what was saying?
You have your moments of ID, GAF.
Yes. And then I think sometimes that's what people notice and they perceive that as nonchalance.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
You know what's
it
funny? I perceive that as chalance if I notice it.
Chalance in the sense of because I gave off.
No. Some people have the IDGAF. I love how we use the IDGAF.
Yeah.
Have the whole thing of like, sometimes IDGAF. And it's like, if I could see that you IDGAFing, then you GAFing.
No.
About other stuff. Maybe.
No, but so what I mean is like...
Explain.
Yeah, okay.
Let me see if I can land this plane. So you have people who say, I don't care, but if I could feel that you don't care from a place of feeling that you actually care, like it contradicts itself, then that to me is the opposite of nonchalance. It's chalance.
I think it depends on the moment. So for example, last Tuesday, we was in a meeting at work and they was explaining a new system to us. And this guy who was in a complete disagreement with management, sat there for 20 minutes while the rest of us have to listen to his questioning.
Yeah.
So at a certain point, I'm like, I do not give a fuck about your questions anymore.
Yeah.
Can we go home?
Oh yeah, no, that I hear.
But some people, and I can't help it, I just can't stop it. So then it's like, in those moments, it's like, I don't see that as chalanting.
That's nonchalance. Like, I want to remove myself from this situation.
Yeah.
No, but you have some people who sit and say, I don't really care. But their whole energy is giving care. And
but some people had care so much that disagree with what he's saying. That's why I feel like it's the difference. Because if you really care and you disagree with what he's saying, you really want to sit here and go back and forth with him.
I love this conversation.
Where it's like, I really just want to go home. And then people start reacting to him. I'm like, y'all not helping.
Nah, I have macaroni pie in the fridge.
Exactly.
I care, but I care about the macaroni pie.
Exactly. But I guess that's the confusion between nonchalance and giving a F.
Yeah.
And chalance.
And chalance. I don't even know if chalance is a word, but I just call it chalance.
It should be. You can't have non. And then you
That
can
part.
Yeah, you'd be surprised by the English language.
I know.
She teaches it.
Chalant.
Oh,
Do I?
God.
Right, I forgot about that.
Do I? But yeah, where were we?
Let's get back to the fact that I don't understand most of what you say in your music.
Okay, yes.
Amen.
Because for me, that is beautiful. Just from a place of one, I love Papiamentu, but two, I also think it's a big FU to the colonizers, essentially, because you're not singing in a language that they'll understand or that they put on us. But for you, how do you feel, or what is your thought process in that? Because it could be just straightforward, yeah, I rap in Papiamentu because that's where I come from. But for you, what does that mean?
It's like you said, it's actually really straight. I didn't really think about it.
Got you.
It's just how we communicate. So then that's the language. Although I did focus, especially in the beginning, now I'm kind of more nonchalant with it. But
We should call the episode Nonchalant.
in the beginning, I really focused a lot on like writing as Papiamentu as possible, like without like using English or Dutch words, etc. And like really like, you know, using my full, how do you call that? Like woordenschat.
Vocabulary.
Yeah, my vocabulary. At some point, I kind of felt like, okay, I want to like start doing more, and then I started like using other languages in Papiamentu as well, like so it like sounds a little like more like how I speak. But yeah, I don't know. So it wasn't a conscious decision. Okay. However, I am seeing, you know, people that would like for me to like either translate my lyrics or, you know, put them online or explain, etc. Like all of these things. And I tend to like kind of, no, like.
I catch exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Because I'm not talking to
You.
people that are not necessarily speaking Papiamentu per se.
I hear it. Yeah.
Kind of. And the people that understand what it is I'm saying without understanding the language already listen.
Makes sense.
So because they know who I am, what I'm about, etc.
But you
so
can
it's
also
like,
feel it.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, it's like the conversation about gatekeeping. Y'all probably definitely like had a conversation like, when do you gatekeep? What is gatekeeping? Like, you know, like, and I think some things you just gotta gatekeep. And not this show. Share, subscribe, like.
Finally, somebody who does it with me. I love it.
Share, subscribe, like.
Yeah.
Don't gatekeep this show. Don't gatekeep your favorite artist. There's some things that you don't gatekeep.
Yeah.
That part.
But there's some things that you kind of should gatekeep. And what the rules are about gatekeeping, ask your community representative.
But I do think it's beautiful because one thing I also see is like when I look at the videos of your shows is you all share the language, but you also share that experience that just is for you guys. And I think that is beauty in that. I feel like we
Why say you guys? Like, you should come to a show.
For us, have I? Oh no, I'm so sorry. I will do.
It's okay. No, I'm gonna send you an invite.
I wanted to come to the last time, but I had a ticket for something else that
I'm
day.
gonna send y'all an invite.
Yeah, okay.
But I feel we're gonna be vibing like we know the lyrics self.
But Juny, everybody know this.
Everybody, yeah.
In my head, I speak Papiamentu.
Sad.
She
does.
I'm not gonna do it.
You should.
At the end.
It will come out somewhere.
Yeah,
But I understand what you mean because, like, you know, like I said, like I have family in St. Martin, I have family in Suriname. In my head, I speak smart in English. You know, like.
Yeah, Juny.
In my head, I can.
Yeah, you can.
In my head, if you put me in a room with some people from St. Martin for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
I didn't take it 10 minutes.
4. No, 4. Like,
4
no,
hours.
10 minutes, then I'll be like, you know, I'll make a mistake here and there. But in 4 hours, I think I like.
So how much time we have? We don't have that much time today. But at the same time, I get you. I same.
Yeah. No,
same. But at the same time though, because you do get the opportunity to be in spaces up here.
Yeah.
And I wonder how was the reception of that when
100%.
Yeah, no, I
aspect
so
of it.
far, you know, for somebody that people tell often that I have like maybe even controversial, you know, like music or takes, etc., etc. I don't feel any hatred at all. Like it's vibes. I was surprised when I saw the first few hate comments on TikTok. Like it kind of hit me. Like, damn, y'all bitter.
what is saying?
But yeah, it was like a video. I don't remember. That's not even relevant. But more like in the sense that people so far have been very positively receptive of my music.
Love that.
And I'm really happy because a lot of it I didn't really plan per se. You know, I do dream big and I'm almost delusional in my plans, but not in the sense that I really think that it will happen, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know how to explain, but it's like,
You shoot really far, but you don't expect for the target to hit. You just shoot it.
no, because I'm far from that target. So I don't even understand what I'm shooting at,
Yeah.
you know? And then
You just shoot it.
Yeah.
then
The eyes
it goes.
are closed.
And then I'm like, you know, and Negropon is like a key example of that, but Destruction as well. You know, like I keep kind of setting an expectation here and then the reality kind of happens and it happens here. And it's like, oh, all right, then you kind of keep going with the flow.
Yeah.
But I never really started rapping with the idea that I was going to become an artist that is booked and that is flown over and that is doing festivals. And it's documented in my music that I'm saying in some words and some bars, some rhymes, that I'll never perform, but that's okay, blah, 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 lyrical, miracle, spiritual, individual, criminal, subliminal, in your swimming pool type shit, you know?
What? Okay.
From
But-
St. Peter's.
You know, like, you kind of like put yourself in, again, like kind of like maybe it should be called like Nonchalant box, but you kind of put yourself, the episode name, but kind of put yourself like in a box, like, okay, I'll never be the big artist. I'll never be that. And then not that I'm a big artist now, but I'm doing big artist
You're a
things
big artist.
that I feel like, all right, it's not bad here. Like I didn't even chase this and it's kind of happening and can't complain.
Ooh.
I think that's a beauty in it too. Because you got here by just being Juny.
Yeah, it's like vibes.
But
Nonchalance.
people know that Juny is not your real name.
Yeah, I think people are catching up to that.
Okay. Because I was like, you say young Juny. I was like, but it wasn't young Juny at the time.
No, like, but people. So I think more people know me as Juny than Jerry. However, people are kind of realizing that it's the same person because I've had meetings before that they invited Jerry and then I show up and it's like, oh, you're Juny. It's like, yeah, it's me. Like, you know, so
Yeah.
it's happening. And a lot of times also people kind of assume that I don't want people to know that I'm Juny Martina. That's also not necessarily the case, but it is my artist name. So I'm not gonna
Like,
gonna step on stage and sing.
Yeah.
You know, like so yeah. 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 Yeah.
sorry. But I feel like the story behind why you do it is also just a reflection of
Yeah.
like how you show up in spaces. Like, I feel like you could be like St. Martin as fuck, but you curse us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
And I love
that.
that.
I feel that.
But that wasn't your intention. That's just how you like show up.
I haven't been to Saint Martin in a long time. I
Oh.
need
You
to
should
visit.
change that.
Yeah.
And go Sabre one
No,
time.
but
Yeah, I
you
need to
feel
go
like
to
it's
Sabre
that you
too.
have to
Penn Station.
embody. So I was just meaning like I like that you show up as Curaçao-born as possible, rather than as like you choosing Juny Martina as a name, because that's just very typical Curaçao-born.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just your viewpoints, as you say, people just see it as contradiction or controversial. But I think that's just how you show up.
I try to be just as unapologetically me as
Yeah.
possible anywhere I go and everything I do, and I think that's what people kind of also resonate with. So yeah, no, I see it.
But do you feel like on this journey of being unapologetically you, especially in the Netherlands where they don't easily digest us as much as like your own community, that you had challenges with that? And what was it and how were you able to kind of navigate that? Because I know a lot of people are maybe artists or just up and coming and they facing that right now, but they still are in that little bit of a challenge of like, how do I still be unapologetically myself in a world that doesn't encourage or even cheer it on?
You're talking right now like as an artist?
Yeah.
Or
just as a human.
I think, yeah. Let's start there because I don't think there should be a difference, and that's
Exactly.
where I think the confusion starts. That you think that, you're an artist, so you're gonna try to act as how you perceive an artist should be, and it's really interesting because I think there's like different phases for a lot of artists. And there's like a moment where you're like kind of creating and you don't dare to call yourself an artist yet because you compare yourself with, all these bigger names that you keep seeing. And then there comes a moment where you think, I'm generalizing, by the way, so maybe this is not the case for you. Then
yeah, just stay, but like, no, it's not a case.
Subscribe.
I was like, no, go.
Click subscribe.
Yeah.
And then there's a phase where you kind of realize, wait, I'm an artist, and then you start like putting aspiring artist or something in your Instagram bio, and then you kind of and then you kind of like navigate towards like the generic Kumi type poems that you have. Rumi. And there's no offense to Rumi because I don't follow that Instagram page, whoever that is. However, you have like these type of like herding artists and you'll see masterpieces of what you've done. Like you'll gravitate towards those type of identifications of what an artist is. And you kind of identify yourself with that as well.
Yeah.
That's kind of fine. But I feel some people get stuck in that.
Okay.
Because then you keep associating yourself with that idea that you have of an artist.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're becoming what you're meant to be. You're becoming what you think you need to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think you need to, if you want to, grow out of that. And I think that's when you start becoming unapologetically yourself, because then you'll realize that the person you were before you were an artist, that is the person that is the artist.
Yes.
I think people struggle though with that because it's like you see this version of what you're aspiring to get or achieve, and you think that that's the path. Versus like understanding that like your vision and your ideas is your path versus being some standard.
And next to the fact that we feel we got to monetize everything right now.
That part.
Yeah.
Like, so like, I think we need to go back to having just hobbies where you just
That part.
pay to do it instead of trying to monetize the hobby. Like not everybody needs to be like,
Not every hobby needs to be monetized.
But you could just
you should go
vibe.
to do it. Like go obsess yourself, lock yourself in a room for 7 days, no food.
Food, please.
And
water.
Uber Eats. And then just focus on whatever it is you're obsessing about, and just obsess and spend money on it and just love it and and be passionate about it. Make sure that you can't sleep without doing it, or and then that's when you fall in love with the thing, and whatever happens because maybe you'll never become, I don't know,
Picasso.
Or whatever big artist you think you should become, and that's okay.
Because you enjoyed the journey.
You enjoyed the thing. And
facts.
I think that's what separates, like, in my opinion, like artistry and, what a true artist is, whatever that means, and if it exists.
Yeah.
Because I think, I was having a conversation. See, this was not the other day. I was having a conversation with a friend at the beginning of the year of that, like, she had places she wanted to go and what she wanted to work on this year is that like, but the journey there, we kind of lose the art of understanding that is the most, that is it.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's essentially what you're saying. I think people just see, oh, I want to be an influencer. I should wake up tomorrow and be an influencer, for example. Yeah. But it's like learning how to edit. It should be part of like the
and
fun
also
part,
like the whole idea of An influencer is it's interesting.
It is.
Why do we want to become
That
an
was a random example.
No, I know.
Like it's
I know,
raw.
but it is something that a lot of let it go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let it
no,
go.
do it. Go on.
Yeah, no, get into
No,
it.
so I think we are in a society where, because of Instagram and because of like how everything is built up, everything needs to be a business, everything needs to make money, everybody
Capitalism.
wants to and we're kind of in a race for who gets the most attention
Yep.
and who can influence
Yep.
other people the most,
yeah.
and instead of the thing that is actually really necessary is like looking inward.
And connection.
Yeah, and real connection and real community, etc. And I don't know, I don't have the answers, but you there's something that we are all witnessing that's going on, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's weird. It's weird. It's sad.
It's uncomfortable, but I also feel like it's also not what we've been evolved to do. Just from a place of I was saying this, I had a conversation with a friend the other day. No, but I was...
Wait, was it the beginning of the year?
It
or-
was yesterday.
Okay.
I was saying, it was literally yesterday. I was saying how just as humans in general, the world in itself has moved faster with regards to what is thrown on our plate in comparison to how much we're able to eat. And I feel like that's where things get scary, because it gets to a point where you don't know what to adapt to, because there's so much on the table to feel like you need to adapt to. And I think with regards to the whole influencer thing, I feel like you could relate that to back then in communities where you would, or even what you're doing, where you go into the Caribbean to do workshops with kids, where it's like, now it's the currency of attention. Now it's, I need 1 million people to see this, rather than going to a more intimate setting and teaching there, or giving a message, or doing something, or dancing together. And I feel like that's where a lot of connection, and I always say magic is lost in creativity, because we look at how we grew up in school, and you have the whole thing of you could either become a doctor, a lawyer, and you have quite rigid, not rigid, but you have set professions that you could go into. Yeah, it's quite rigid. But I do feel like that's almost being reflected now. It's just all of these professions have subgroups. It's you could become an influencer, you could become an entrepreneur, you could become a trader. And it kind of is similar in the sense that people just see what other people are successful in and think now they have to do it.
Yeah.
Whereas before, not even before, yes, before you could experiment, you could have hobbies that you don't have to monetize. You could do things that you eventually could fall in love with and could actually become a business, but that was never the intention. But that is the beauty in it. Or you could do things that you feel like improve your life, and you think, wow, I need to share this with other people. But now we're seeing what improves other people's life, and we feel like we have to replicate it. And I think that's a scary thing for me about just the attention economy, where it's you have even more boxes than before, and they're steel boxes. Before, I feel like it was cardboard where you could at least get out of it a little bit. But I feel like so many people get so sucked into the idea of what they need to be in comparison or in relation to what other people are, that the boxes are really set up more, and it's steel, where it's they don't get out as easy as before, I find.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think a good question to ask yourself, and that I ask with myself quite often, let me lead by example. Would I still be doing this if nobody was looking? Would I still be doing this if I lose all my followers? Would I still be doing this if I'm not getting paid by it, but I have to pay to do it?
Yep.
And for most of the things that I'm doing right now, not everything, I think the answer is yes. I forgot the questions, but you get the point.
Juny, would you still be doing it if nobody was watching?
Yes.
If you didn't have followers, if you didn't get paid for it, but you had to pay for it?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Then my answer is yes to all these questions.
100%.
That was my way to see if you were paying attention.
No, we weren't paying attention.
No, but yeah, and I think that's important, and I think it's also it's okay if you are answering no to these questions, but don't confuse the two.
Which two?
The two modes of being.
Okay.
Like in the one, like if you're, for example, a marketing company,
Yeah.
your your followers, your reach, everything is literally yours.
Yeah.
Your
Or like you're a
income.
politician or something.
Yeah. So then, but don't think you're doing the one and you're doing the other.
Get you.
That's where I think it gets confusing.
I guess that is. I heard somebody recently say "angel's advocate" instead of devil's advocate. But it's like when when you look at, like, for example, the Caribbean now, and I'm really tapping into like influencers and stuff like that. That's their way of like progressing, because it's like they have to try to find ways to keep up with what's going on with the rest of the world, and that's what's been making companies like money, essentially, back to capitalism.
I was wondering when we were gonna drop the C word. The C word is drop, people.
I said it. I said capitalism at least 5 times. It's okay. I next
She
to
didn't
you.
say it
just
5 times, but she did say it.
No,
just
I
now.
said it. Capitalism a good bit.
shit.
But
Five
even you ain't
times.
catching so. Well,
I
okay,
did,
maybe
but you were
2
talking,
times.
so I can't
But we
interrupt
said it.
you.
We said it.
In a sense of like, I agree with everything you're saying, but then back to like, I do think there's a level of people trying to play catch up with what's going on with the rest of the world.
100%.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't fault them for that.
No.
But some people just naturally good at it too, like they're really good at it. And then it's just like, how do you, how in their world, they are trying to do both ways of being, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I find it hard then to...
Well, I think if you're doing it
Look
from
at
a place like Juny say, where it's like, if it's an influencer, it's like you can't really say, would I still be doing this with no followers? But it depends on what you influence. So if you coming from a place of like, you sharing stuff with people, but they're not following you, but you would still share stuff with people even if they didn't follow you.
Yeah.
It's kind of that idea of you approach it more from this is innately, purposefully, fulfillingly what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like some people approach it from this could put me here, I would look like this here, or this will put this amount in my account, which is not that bad.
But
From the sense that we need
yeah.
to survive in life and
But
capitalism.
it's
blah, blah,
hard
blah.
because then it's like they kind of then watering down the people that doing it for the pure reasons and the good intentions.
Yeah, and I think purity is kind of difficult to say, and especially in terms of art and stuff like this, right? So I think it's really about the intention. Where does your intention lie, and make sure your intentions align with your actions.
Yeah.
So if you think you're doing something, kind of double check with yourself if that's actually what you're doing. It's a complex system in terms of, indeed, there's people that there is no other way but to survive off of the things that you make. And in this case, if it's art, then that's what you gotta, get as much attention for to sell it. And then I'm even thinking, for example, about people that make art for tourists. If that's your livelihood, like, I can't fault you for choosing that, indeed.
Yeah.
So just to give that disclaimer, however, if we're talking about it like in a more abstract level, and just theorize, what is art? Where does your intention lie? Is it still art if you are, for example, commissioned to create something to attract? Some people would argue yes. I think some people would definitely say no, it's only art if this and this and this.
It depends, I guess.
Okay, just to end the capitalism, close it. Tata. I think one thing we mentioned is like having a hobby. I think that's something we also, I feel like let me speak for myself. I went through a point where I lost my hobbies or lost my yearning for having a hobby because I felt like I either didn't have time or I was distracted and whatnot. And I think when we speak on these things, I know we coming from a place of like, do something that you love and then it could be something that becomes your business or and you make money. But the reality is like, you're probably working to make ends meet. And I just want to specify like what we saying is essentially in that, also remember that you need to make ends meet in your life in terms of like even a different topic, but like feeding the inner child from a place of like, be playful, be curious, be experimental. And from there, you start to find beauty in places that aren't tied to like money or places that are tied to validation. And that's the end of the capitalistic topics.
But then I just want to say certain things because I remember I had a certain point in my life where it's like having a hobby was expensive too. And it's like, depending on your situation in life, you can't do your hobby because of means. So then it's like you have to figure out how to do that and navigate that within this capitalistic realm.
So it's just sticky.
It's hard sometimes.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's a little bit more nuanced than yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna go into the game or
party
we have
start.
a game.
we have a game.
Sad.
How you say party start in Papiamentu? Like when y'all pull up to a place and you check in like fijo, like
Fijo.
it's going good.
Fijo.
Like
No, you know, like I noticed. No, wait. Before I get into that random other train of thought,
another train is coming, guys.
we don't really say
Stuff.
the party starters.
That's a can we just say party starts?
That's like so when you step in the building, it's like
Like party starts.
But I just call so like, for example, you walk in here today.
Party starts. If we heard music down the road, party start. Yeah.
no, we don't have an equivalent to that. No,
Okay.
no.
Well, y'all should think of one.
Okay,
That's it.
we have a game where we have, I think, 5 lyrics from different songs of yours.
Ooh.
The task is for Jody and I to try to translate it,
Fun.
and the task is for you to know which song is from. So,
But it's my song.
you don't. Maybe you don't know which
I
song
feel like
is
Juny
from.
I know
gonna
my
all the
songs.
songs. Yeah. In my head, I was like, Juny gonna know the songs.
You can know the song.
But no, it's all good. Maybe
But
I
you-
might not. Maybe I've never done this game, so maybe I might
no,
not
but
know
you
the
probably
songs.
don't. I think if you write music, you know exactly
But
which song.
I like the fact that this game is for y'all. So like, so it's. I was like, oh,
you gotta
like,
help us.
what do we gotta do?
Yeah,
Like,
I
choose
mean-
left or right, or you know.
This
choose-
is your workshop. This is your lyrics workshop.
yeah, no, I
Yeah.
love this. I love this. So it's y'all playing, like, and I'm like the
Juny's like, you didn't even think.
You gonna
the
message us
referee.
the lyrics? Because we gotta be able to read it. Because okay, yes.
you can read it on the screen right here, right next to the subscribe button.
I was gonna say earlier, and then I
love
lose my
this.
train of thought before we even get into this.
Yeah.
I don't think you should ever rap in Dutch,
No,
but it would help people like me that trying to learn if you put the lyrics.
No.
Okay.
We
But-
should learn
but-
Papiamentu.
I was trying to do like the meme, like the Bugs Bunny meme, like this, like no.
No.
Yeah, but I can send them to
Me
you
personally,
privately. Yes.
yes.
No, but you
Okay.
could also just teach us Papiamentu.
That's also possible.
Because then we good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 birds, 1
Yeah,
stone.
let's do
Okay.
that.
Okay. Cool.
Sir, need a vibing back.
That's how
Let's do it.
So we have the first song.
Okay.
Okay. Makamba tu plunder tu lolo oranan by bonero.
Okay, we know it's a Dutch person. Kamba. We know.
What song is that?
What? Say that again. Say that again.
Makamba ta plunder tu lolo oranan by bonero.
Wait, can you try?
Makamba tap. Okay, wait. I feel like I
Plunde.
understand. Okay.
Maybe we can't.
Makamba tap plunde tur lolo oranang by boneiro.
And somebody else want to try?
Oh wow! Is that bad?
Wait. Somebody else want to try?
So we
Somebody.
butchering it?
A little bit.
No, plunde. Maybe
Makamba tap
you think
plunde
okay.
tur lolo
Plunde.
oranang
But
by
I wonder
bonero.
if the lyrics itself good. Are we not saying it good? What do you think it is?
No, the lyrics are fine.
Okay, wow.
But the
It's-
pronunciation
the
and
yeah.
annotation, you mean?
Yeah, and the
Okay,
accents.
let me see. Let me see if I can
Lo
try. Let me
siento.
see if I could try. I can't try.
You feel it, right? You just feel the pressure.
Makamba tu plunder tur
No, we don't
lolo
pronounce.
plunder tur lolo oranan by bonairo.
Okay, so we gonna add a game to the game.
Okay.
So whoever said it the best
Gets a point.
gets a point.
Okay.
Okay, so let's try again. Like, think about it.
Okay.
Give it your best shot.
Okay.
And then the people gonna get to vote in the comment section.
Yeah, leave a comment. Leave a comment.
But you gotta tell us. What
Yeah.
do you answer?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah.
leave a comment.
You wanna go first?
I don't know. Yeah, let me get it over it. Okay. But I gonna switch it up because now I just feel like we
Yeah,
all...
yeah. So think about it. Think about it. We'll cut and come back in 5 minutes. Like
Okay. No 5 minutes. I'm ready.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Makamba taplo de
The party start. No.
doing well. Okay.
My bad. Okay, go again.
Let me channel my inner Curaçao. Okay. Makamba taplonde tu lolo oranang by Boneiru.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makamba taplonde tu ololo oranang by Boneru.
She said if I say it faster.
Very
it will
confident.
sound-
The confidence. I love the confidence.
Okay, Kristen.
Yes.
Makamba taplunder tur lolo oranan by Bonaire.
All right.
Okay. Now
Y'all, all of y'all did better.
Okay.
Okay.
All of y'all did better.
Couple times.
It's still not it. But do I have to say it right now, or
So
do the
first
people?
of all, I feel like you didn't say what song it was.
No,
yeah,
I
what
do
song?
know the song.
Okay.
Tenchi Largo.
Sad.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, now,
We have to try guess what
No
you're
way.
saying. But I want to know what.
so we gonna close our eyes. You need to point to who got it. Like, who gets the point.
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Kristen?
I didn't. What?
Oh, you have to keep pointing. Don't stop
Oh,
pointing.
I had to keep pointing.
Oh, Kristen?
It wasn't
Okay.
clear when I watched it from this view, so
I didn't even know I won, but yeah.
Okay, so
Okay,
you
now
say
say
it.
Makama de plunder to lolo na bij Bonaire.
Bomba clot.
Okay.
Makama ta
speak
plunder.
Papiamentu.
But plunder sounds
Yeah, it's
Dutch.
plunder. It's plunder.
Plunder.
Yeah.
Plunder.
It is
Plunder
Dutch.
sound better.
Oh.
Plunder.
Say it again.
Plunder is Spanish. Sounds like Spanish. Plunder. Makama te plunder to lolo na
Kama
bij
ta
Bonaire.
plunder to lolo ranai mane.
Okay, should I say the next one first?
But wait, we want to guess what you mean?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we added a game element, but the real
So they're
game is this.
destroying the
The
Dutch
Lolo.
people destroying.
By in Lolo, your genitalia.
Well, yeah, Lolo ain't a bad word.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Plunder.
Oh, go. Oh, sorry. No, you go. Okay,
Why?
what I say is not YouTube appropriate. Like, go blow up your... And then go to Bonaire.
Oh wait. Oh
no,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I feel
yeah,
they
yeah.
They should go to Bonaire because that's where they are. Yeah.
Wait, I think I know what it is. It's like Dutch person go like plunder your butt before you go to Bonaire. To plunder.
Plunder your butt. Plunder that butt.
Plunder that butt.
Yeah,
Oh my
it
god.
depends what plunder means.
Yeah,
But-
what's
Plunder.
plunder?
Like to
Plunder,
to extract-
Destroy.
like
Oh.
pirates plunder.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Juny,
Okay.
please
so
take us out of our misery.
What oranang mean?
Before.
No, so I'm saying that indeed, there's a lot of Dutch people that go to to Bonaire, and plunder. I think it's
They're
an English
Lolos?
word.
They
It's an
destroy.
English word
I
as
was
well.
saying they destroy.
Destroy, but extract.
Extract.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
Like
more
pirates
PG-13.
plunder.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I feel like we're about to do horrible on this one.
Yep.
But I wonder, do you find it offensive?
No.
Okay.
No. I like that y'all are trying.
Okay, thanks.
See, I feel like that's how Dutch people feel about us when we speak Dutch.
Okay. Bobby? Nah, because the way they just switch to English so quick, they check it like, I don't want to hear it. No. But anyways, let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
You want me to start this one? And then you start the next?
I got this.
Nah, we got this. Just go slow. Gabi, Sally, Francia, I bini back, Ulanda, Clarks preto, jas preto, pa e match mi alma.
That was
Love
good.
it.
Oh, okay.
That's 10 p.m. in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just came back. Wait, I gotta translate it?
No, not yet. Katie, you have to say it now.
Okay.
Oh yeah, right. The new element.
I feel like you love this.
Yeah, I love it.
So this game really is for you.
Okay.
Okay.
You see, my thing is the accent.
You got this. You got this.
That's all I get you do, okay?
Sad.
Gabi, Sally, Francia, e bini back, Holanda, Clarks preto, jas preto pa e matcha mi alma.
Matcha?
Matcha.
Where
the A?
Pa e match mi alma.
That was nice though.
Yeah. Wait, where did y'all find the lyrics?
We had our sources.
Uh-huh. Nice.
Narval.
Nice.
right over there.
Oh.
What the,
Oh, I supposed to say it.
Yeah.
I want to hear you win the last one, so I want to hear your take.
Boy, I wasn't practicing. This is the shucks. I can't find my WhatsApp. Give me a second. Okay. Boy, Cabi Sali, Francia e Benibe, Hulanda, Clarks Preto, Jas Preto, pa e match mi alma. But I think I know what the last part mean, but I don't know what the...
like every,
When I go France, I go back to Holland. My Clarks are black. My Yas is black. My jacket is black to match my soul.
Ooh.
that
was correct.
Kind of. Just the beginning, like the start.
Yeah, I know.
Preto is black?
Yeah.
Preto, preto.
Yeah. So it means I just came back from France to the Netherlands on my black Clarks, my black coat to match my soul.
Okay.
Dark.
I didn't know Alma was soul, but a lot of people say
not
black
today.
like my soul, right?
Not today. Not
Yeah.
today. Today we got the pantoffelschoen.
Loafers. Okay. El
Want to do
otro.
one more?
One more.
Only one more?
Oh, but you say it.
Oh, yeah. What's the...
Oh, you gotta sing it. No.
Sa.
Cabisali France. Wait, what is it?
Cabi Sali,
Francia.
Francia. Back.
Holanda.
Cabisali Francia, Bini back, Holanda, Clarks Preto, Jas Preto, pa match mi alma.
We should give him phrases next that we says in Samaritan and say,
Yeah, that
you
would be
have
cool.
to guess what it is.
That would be cool.
Okay. Tira piedras con man, umpa, umpe, asina mi tamande.
That was beautiful.
Yes. Poetry.
That was beautiful. You sound like a proper person. I don't even know if it was correct, but you sounded like, yeah.
I like your confidence. Like you kind of like
I
go for
You even go fast with it. It's like, nah, that's just my native tongue. I gotta follow that shit. Okay. Tira piedras con man, umpa, umpe, asina mi tamande. Say. I just say say at the end because I feel like, it's
sad.
automatically correct.
No, the sad.
Tira piedra esconde man, umpa, umpe, asina mita man, mande.
Okay.
Mandem.
Say.
The mandem.
Esconde man.
Them.
Okay, now we gotta guess what I mean. I kicked the man with my shoe.
What?
Tira piedra esconde man. I don't know. I think piedra is. I
don't
start with
know.
shoe.
Piedra is shoe? No.
What's conde?
Sconde?
Scorn, scold.
No, sconde is hide.
Oh,
Ooh.
I hide my
Change the whole
money.
meaning of it.
Yes.
Yeah, is I hide my money?
No.
Did you take something to hide your hand? Hide.
Oh yeah, cause mano.
Yeah, throw.
Throw a stone.
Throw something and then hide your hand.
Yes.
Oh,
You throw a stone, you hide your hand.
okay.
Umpa, umpe, asina, mitamande.
And mande is what?
Throw.
Okay, that's
So
the
this is from Tira Piedras con Limão. I didn't write this.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
So this part is done by Mega from Caliber. Shout out to him. And I'm not sure how they really came up with the concept, but they sent me the song and I was like, all right, I'm gonna just rap
Yeah,
about something I feel that it's about.
Yeah.
And
but
then-
it was umpa, umpe.
But yeah, like abo. So it's like tira piedra, esconde man. Right? Oh wait, what is the
Esconde
sequence?
man.
It's like
That's it.
abo, umpa mi umpe. Umpa mi umpe. Asina mi tamande.
Asina mi tamande.
So abo means one's for you. Abo umpe. Like one for you, one for you, and one for them.
Okay.
Pam, pam, pe.
Asina mi tamande.
That's how I throw it.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah.
Bong. You ready to
sad.
hear some slang? And guess
Slang.
what it is?
There you go.
Okay. You got something?
Bruh. When
I
you
do.
ask me this, I'll just be like, wow.
Okay. I can just give you words.
Oh,
not
I thought
phrases.
okay was. Wait, okay was the word?
No. So the word is han.
Say it again.
Han.
It sounds like a horn. Like
Okay, but put
Yeah,
this in a
it's-
sentence.
Okay, so last night.
the people them haunt me.
Not people.
But
Not people.
I don't know if it should be people, yes.
The person.
The person on me.
The person haunt me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. What I mean?
I don't know.
It has nothing to do with cars.
But also because you said it so, I thought you knew. Okay, it means cheat. So somebody cheat. Han is to cheat. So if you say she harmed me, she cheat on me.
I didn't know. I
Yeah.
didn't know.
Okay.
I didn't.
My standard one is always kunumunu.
Kunumunu?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Say it in a sentence.
I feel just now I was being a kunumunu when I was reading this. The Papiamentu.
So when you're kind of put on the spot,
No.
when you don't know what you're doing.
Basically, you
When
acting
you
like
don't
a
want you doing-
doting. You know
Yeah.
doting?
Dotin. You know what a
Dotin is like dunce.
Like you acting, yeah.
You don't know dunce either. We just throwing so many words that it's the same. It's
So
like
kunumunu is like stop acting like a fool.
a fool.
Yeah, a fool.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Or payaso. But payaso is
Payaso.
is Papiamentu.
Papiamentu.
Yeah.
Yes, because I was
Y'all
telling
use payaso?
Yes,
Oh,
because I
crazy.
was saying that the other day to a person. I was like, "Yeah, that's such a being a payaso," and they was like, "That's same matter English." I was like, "That's probably Papiamentu."
Yeah. You know, it's an old one that I don't hear anymore. Bram.
Yeah.
So like, say
No, what you think it is?
Bram?
Bram.
A Dutch person?
So that's the joke.
I can put in a sentence. Yesterday, I heard a Bram and it was crazy.
Oh, that's like a sound, like, you know, like
It is a sound.
Nah, but
What is a Bram?
Not in this. Not
I
in
heard
this
a
sense.
Bram.
So, let me see. You was at like a party and somebody came and they wasn't feeling you like that and they just decided to Bram you. This really gives you context clues.
So they didn't come anymore.
Okay, no, I don't know. Yo, help me out.
It's just like a diss.
On a daily, I Bram Larva.
Oh,
Like
this.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you diss. You know,
Like
it's so
insult.
funny. This used to be
Right.
such a popular word. And then my
What?
mother, I was in a supermarket with my mother at the time. And she was like, "Yeah, this is my friend Bram." I was like, "You
Oh,
an
God.
old joke." As a child, I remember doing
That
that.
is crazy.
But anyways, guys, I feel like I wanted to get into community and stuff because you are a first Carolinian.
You
Yes.
are.
Oh, yo, that's what's up.
Yes.
We had Boneo.
We had Aruba. We've
We never had Curaçao.
That's what's
And
up.
you
That's what's up.
represent
You
Yo.
represent.
Hope you well.
Good
Good job. Yeah.
But we need to come together more. Sometimes I feel like our worlds are so separated.
But at
Yeah.
the same
That's a
time,
big
so
conversation.
overlapping.
Yeah.
Guys, I
Because even
think
like how
Yeah.
I told you how to see you in events, it's like, Juny,
I was just about to say, I think we just need to host the events. I mean, if
Yeah.
you build it, they will
if
come.
you like, comment, and subscribe, we can
Like,
host the
when,
events.
what,
just
what, like,
saying.
no, wait. Let's. Can we still? Do we still have a few minutes?
Yeah.
So,
All right. So let's talk about community.
Okay. Yes. Oh.
I love that. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And let's zoom in specifically on parties. Like, what type of parties do people from the SSS
So that's the
like
thing.
go
It
to here
depends
in
on
the
age
Netherlands?
group.
But I also feel like there's nothing going on right now to go to.
Brunch.
The people, everyone's at like Afro parties or
Yeah, because
Those
SBD
parties.
done.
we don't
So
have
we-
our soca.
We used to go to Soca versus Dancehall.
Right.
But to be honest, it was Soca versus
Something
y'all
else.
still did great. But you have like ideally there would be like reggae, dancehall, soca, a mix.
I was wondering, like, do we
Festivals.
listen? Do we listen to different types of music?
We do.
We do.
I'm a piano. I listen to house now.
No. But I mean, like SSS versus ABC, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I mean,
As a
in a
culture,
logical way,
yeah.
you would say yes, but at the same time, how different is it? Like,
Y'all are more Latin influenced. My friends who are Bonarian, they listen more to reggaeton or bachata or salsa and stuff like that. We are more soca bouillon.
right. We are getting more into soca and bouillon past
Yeah.
2 years, maybe.
Yeah, we also have reggaeton.
Say shout out Rosali.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
He's been a
'cause,
very
yeah.
big driver. A lot of people don't know, but he's been a very big driver behind.
Yeah.
True. I
whole
went to
movement,
an
yeah.
event a couple years ago with my friend. She was born and raised on St. Martin, but she's Christian. And I was just like, wow, I don't know none of these songs. And it was just a bunch of ABC people there.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it made me realize how sometimes far our world could be, especially music.
Yeah.
And then so you asking this question made me realize, I do think we listen to
Yeah,
it.
because
Yeah.
I mean, with Bulgar, another shout out to Bulgar, is like a party collective that I'm part of. And we sometimes like either host our own events or we get booked.
Yeah.
And yeah, our crowd is mainly ABC, even though
You are
and also the Dutch diaspora and people that resonate with what we do, right? But we don't see a lot of people from the SSS.
You kind of, if you look at a map and you look at the countries that SSS is closer to and ABC is closer to, you get more the gist of the influence.
Yeah.
Because if you look at our where we're situated, we're closer to like Jamaica, St. Lucia, more that side of the spectrum with regards to music. You guys are closer to like Colombia, Venezuela.
Yeah.
So that's where the influence comes from, but it still overlaps because
I wouldn't say so directly, because to be honest, every time I hear Latin music, I think of St. Martin.
no, but that's the thing. That's why I say it still overlaps because on Saba we have a very huge community of Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, but Colombian. Like it's very.
But I think it's something that we can, if we're intentional about it, we can bridge that gap.
Bridge the gap.
100%.
But we have to be like aware
you
that
tell
there
me-
is like, you know.
If you tell me I could go to a party where there's reggaeton, even bachata, because I love a good bachata, zouk, dancehall, reggae, like
Soca.
and it's not per se all in one room. Say there's multiple rooms, and you have more of the reggaeton, salsa, bachata, and then you have the dancehall, reggae, soca. It's kind of that thing of I will be bouncing in both rooms.
Right.
But
But parts of me also just feel like we should just embrace each other's versions of partying too as well. Like I do get that like we could have all of it in one night, but I do think it stems from a deeper thing of thinking that we that different and separate. So it's like, oh, Curaçao over there and St. Martin over there, which is a whole other conversation for another day. But I do think that part of it could also be that we also just bridge the gap and just connecting as
100%.
people.
Yeah, and
that's
I
where
would
the music
like if
come
we,
in.
for example, host a party or like that, it accommodates
everybody.
not everybody, but at least the people I fuck with.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, like, have y'all organized a party before?
We
Like,
haven't had like a party.
as by the
We had
Bowler
game night.
But we
podcast?
would do brunches. I feel like we reached the
Are you-
age. Well, I could speak for myself.
But
I won't
how
go
old are
home at
y'all?
4 a.m. anymore.
How old are y'all?
I'm going home at 10. How old are you?
I always ask people how old you think I
I'm
look.
34.
Oh, how old do you think we are?
I wouldn't
I
get
don't think
offended.
y'all hit 32 yet.
I'm
No.
32.
Yeah, Kristen did.
Already
But
there.
us, no.
I think
I'm
you
almost
might
there.
be 29 and both 29.
I'm 28.
I'm 31.
So you were not far off. at all.
31, 28, add them together. Divide
You
by
know,
two.
the funny thing is, I wouldn't mind. I always divide them together as the
29.5.
average. I wouldn't mind actually like having an event in that space. You know, I would do any kind of
100%.
event. But is what you're trying to ask, basically, if we would.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
just say I prefer a brunch.
Okay.
Okay.
A brunch, a boozy brunch.
A boozy brunch.
Where
But
we get to
even
get
a
to
brunch
talk.
that feels like it's a nighttime club, but
Right.
you just don't know until you go outside. You know?
So it has to be.
I'm
bet.
more looking at the time of things. Like
Same.
I can't tell y'all the last time I've been out till 4.
And
or
where are
5
most
a.m.
people of the
Rotterdam
I have
and
a
Den
feeling
Haag.
Rotterdam, right? Okay,
And Den Haag.
and then Den Haag. Okay,
Especially
Okay.
Den Haag. I find most
St. Martin
are
people
in Den
are in
Haag.
The Hague.
Sabre people in Den Haag.
okay.
Station people
Yeah.
in Den
Because,
Haag.
The Hague is international.
So,
It speaks English.
so,
I mean, Amsterdam too, but like...
now, Amsterdam is a different international.
It's different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
so if you were to do something, The Hague would be a good location.
But I mean,
Yeah, I
brunch,
don't like
you
The
could do
Hague.
brunch and party at the same time.
The Hague weird.
Me either.
Yeah, no, but true.
Yeah, because it's like, reggae. That's what I mean. That's back to my point of like, we've been more accepting to other things. So we would go to like a Afro party in the day. Or we
But
would go to
also-
an party in the day. But we could also just say we go into...
Yeah. But if you look at the UK parties that they bring to the Netherlands, they more accommodate SSS. So
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
I noticed
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
it's like with, say the ABC community, you have parties that cater to them that are from here self.
Yeah.
But for the Caribbean,
SSS,
like,
then it's, yeah.
because there's a party, we're not getting sponsored, but sponsor me. They're called Reggae
And brunch.
Brunch.
Beep
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, they ain't sponsor us. But it's one of the best, if not the best party, because I do find it was better than the parties I was going to back then. I've been to that caters to Caribbean people.
Right.
Yeah.
They have everything. And they really mix the reggae, the dancehall, but they throw in soca. They even throw in Afro a little
They do
bit.
everything.
Everything.
And there's food.
There's a lot
Right.
of food. Still jerk chicken.
Right.
And there's
Oh,
alcohol.
Yeah, that's good.
Which
Oh, I think
we
I
know you
want
love
Jamaican today.
So I think that vibe, as you're saying, for real, is a
Yeah.
vibe.
So if you're looking into what you could do for the SSS community, let's say,
Yeah.
just know that we are more connected in that realm, and then see
Yeah.
what they do and kind of find a way to merge it.
I'll see. Because I also because I'm not like I would have to include people that are in that scene because I wouldn't know
100%.
what or how to do, Exactly. So that's why I'm like it was
Okay.
my
That was your-
invitation
Plant
to
a
kind
seed.
of
Yes. Okay.
continue this conversation.
However, right before we close, I need to put a little bit of respect on The Hague because there is an organization, there is a party organization called, maybe you see it, Noir Worldwide. They have popped off on socials ridiculously. And I think
And
the
pop
last
up that
event...
much, I assume.
No, they
I
did
joking.
because the last event that they had, I think, was the end of last month. They had Terracora.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that
Yeah.
was also about, but it was organized by people that said they're tired of hearing people say that The Hague is trash and there's nothing to do in The Hague.
But I don't say the Hague is trash because there's nothing to do.
There is nothing to do in The Hague.
No, but I don't say it 'cause of that. I just think The Hague
I
is
mean, there's a lot of good things that come out of The Hague. Don't get me wrong. Like shout out Mama Africa, for example, is also
events.
another one that's
Yeah.
like
That's a
from
good
The
one.
Hague. So that's I think
respect
it's not the people of The Hague.
For me, it's the infrastructure.
It's
but
the
that's my issue.
infrastructure.
Yeah, like,
It's
I
the
have no
buildings.
beef with The Hague like that.
Not the
it's just
people.
the infrastructure. It's
No.
over. Maybe everybody says it because it's
No,
true.
what about the buildings? I never understood. I just figured they look like Dutch buildings.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't bombed. That was the issue. Okay.
It wasn't bombed.
Anyway, moving forward.
Yo.
I guess for real, because it's like, yeah, I live Groningen, and it's like to me, I just seen a brick building.
Yeah.
And it's
Oh, you
not
live
that
in
deep.
Groningen?
I lived in Groningen.
Oh, you've lived there.
And
I've lived
Amsterdam, toch?
and Diemen-Zuid, Belmer.
Diemen-Zuid, yeah.
And now I'm here. And to me, it's just, Europe. So it doesn't bother me that the building looked the way it does.
No, but I don't know. There's something about The Hague that it's like
nice neighborhoods. Essentially, they have a lot of neighborhoods.
I
with
go
nice
stop coming for The
architecture.
yeah. Shout out to Rotterdam. That's where I'm at right now.
Oh, you're in Rotterdam for you?
Yeah, I'm in Rotterdam right now. Oh,
Big
for
up
real?
you.
Yeah.
Yes. I was going to ask you which part, but
Which
that's
part? No.
West.
Oh.
That's okay. Then.
No,
Let me
bleep it.
finish this and then we could continue this conversation.
But yeah, but I guess this was a hint to saying that we should do something. Cool.
Yeah.
And this is a hint to y'all that we're going to do something.
I know
Yeah. If we get 100 comments, no.
One comment.
If we get one comment,
No, 10.
we're organizing something. 10 comments. 10 comments.
100 comments. The producer says 100
No,
comments.
The
come on,
producer
don't-
says 100 comments and we're organizing something.
Times 10.
10. I'd say 10, yeah. But
yeah.
thank you so. This was fun. This was
This
so,
was so much
fun. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, it wasn't that intellectual or that serious, right? It was
It was a mix,
Oh.
a blend. We're not
nonchalant.
putting it in a box, Juny.
right.
It was a blend.
was a
It was
mix.
everything.
It was
It was
everything.
everything.
It was
And we
everything.
appreciate just your
A little bit of
energy on
this,
the
a little bit
couch.
of that.
A
Yeah,
little bit this way,
exactly.
a little bit that. We appreciate you for being you. And we're excited to continue to see you do that unapologetically.
Definitely.
Yeah. For anybody who have any questions,
No,
let
no.
us know in the comments.
Is that what we do? Is that what we do?
Cover that.
Yeah. Yeah. Every episode is an accomplishment. This is episode 77. Beautiful number.
How you say that, Papiamentu?
Shit. Wait. 77.
77.
You said siete? Or
No, it's
Shit.
like, so kids often say 77 to kind of separate it from 67, which is 67.
yeah.
And you have like
Okay.
77.
similar.
So 77.
77.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you for
Thank
coming
you
to
so
episode
much.
77. We will see you
Going back to the roots.
Yeah, man.
We
We're
see
going to
you
see
by
how you.
weekly.
Definitely.
Tuesday. Doei.